Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS in.form. Well, Purdue Extension and Youth Development and Dubois County Cares have come together to bring an important program to you, or a session for you to go and attend if you're a parent or a grandparent, and that is Adolescent Substance Use, What Parents Can Do. Joining us in the studio is Tara Carlisle. She is the coordinator for the Dubois County Cares, which, by the way, is what? Dubois County
Coalition for Adolescent Resilience and Empowerment Strategies, but we're just a coalition that works to prevent youth, alcohol, and drug use here in our county.
Okay. And also joining us is Chelsea Brewer. She is the Youth Development Agent for Purdue Extension, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so why did you two come together?
Part of my role is to teach the community about all things related to health, and that means health as a teen, health as an adult, and how those two can interact with each other. And Dubois County Cares has the aspect of addressing youth in the community, and so that's kind of my avenue into it, trying to improve the health of the youth in the community.
Then we're going to have a meeting, a seminar, a session, a training? What's the best way to look at this, this Adolescent Substance Use, What Parents Can Do program?
I see it as an empowerment opportunity. It's not just for parents who think that their children may have substance use issues. It truly is just to educate parents and caregivers about the risks and signs, and things are a little bit different than when we were younger. Mm-hmm. And as a parent myself, we just really want to empower and educate and make sure that people know what's out there and what to look out for.
We like to say, put another tool in your tool belt. So whether you use it today or you use it tomorrow, it's always good to have the information and the skills necessary.
So this is not something where you're going to have to sit down, take notes, and be tested at the end. It's really, if you want, you can just sit and listen.
Yes.
Or you can participate. Just depends on how things go.
Absolutely. We always love when our audience interacts with us and shares stories and things, but sometimes you don't have stories or you don't feel like sharing and you just want to be a sponge and absorb what we have to say, and that is perfectly acceptable.
How many people can attend this?
We are hopeful for 20 participants. Okay. We're able to probably take up to 25 with social distancing in place, but the more the merrier.
Now, I guess really we should kind of do the logistics of it, the when and where and time and things like that.
Yeah, so June 22nd from 6 to 8 p.m. at the new beautiful library that we have here in Hickory Room A and B. So if you've not checked out their rooms, they're wonderful conference rooms. We have the space to accommodate people now, and we're really excited to use it.
Yeah, I'm going to put you on the spot. I don't have a calendar. What's June 22nd? What day is that?
That's a Tuesday.
A Tuesday. A Tuesday night, okay, from 6 to 8 p.m.
6 to 8 p.m.
At the library.
And light refreshments will be served.
Okay. And it's going to be the full 2 hours of just really conversation?
There's a small portion where we'll go through some slides, but we'll have discussion, slides, discussion, slides, discussion. So there is some visual components to it for those visual learners like myself who like to kind of read ahead. Mm-hmm. And then there will be also the discussion for our auditory learners who want to just sit back and listen to what we have to say.
Who should go to this?
Anyone who is a parent or grandparent of a preteen or teen, or even, honestly, an upper elementary student who, you're thinking ahead to those scary preteen years.
If it's limited to 20, 25, I guess they'll need to pre-register. And how do they do that?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, Jared.
There are links available. It's an online registration. You can find that, I'm sure, on this website.
Yes.
Here where this
We're going to put it right across the screen.
But additionally on Dubois County Cares Facebook, I know on Purdue Extension's Facebook page, and also at www.duboiscountycares.org. Okay. We'll have that registration available there as well.
And many people may be familiar with Purdue Extension, and it's an easy phone call.
Yes,
somebody
sir.
there can direct them in the right direction.
Yes,
Could
sir.
even fill out the application somewhat online for them if somebody's not comfortable doing that.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I made the registration. I can click the buttons for them.
So you will need to pre-register because you need to know the amount of people who are coming.
Yes.
And bring 3 or 4 of you, 2 parents, parents and grandparents can come up.
Make it a date night.
Yeah, and let's fill up let's get you to capacity.
Absolutely.
So you have to do this again.
We would be more than happy to put on an additional event if we went over that 2025. So
Now, dealing with teenagers is a different kind of world, and then you put possible drug use into that, and makes it even more complicated. What's the difference between teenagers and adults? Is there a brain difference?
Yes, so actually your brain is not fully developed until you're 25 years old, which is why teens tend to go through that risky behavior stage. It's perfectly natural. It's what their brain is going through. They don't have the processor in their brain that controls risk versus reward. So they're prone to doing things like trying drugs or alcohol for the first time. And we now know that those first tries change the chemistry in their brain, and their brain develops into an addiction. So the actual chemistry and the neural processing in their brain changes when they actually try the drugs, and they're more likely to get addicted. And if you've ever heard of gateway drugs, that's exactly what's happening.
Is this session on for parents leading to something? Are you planning things for the future?
well, yes, we are. We are very excited to announce that really this particular session leads us into Hidden in Plain Sight, Protecting Our Youth, which is a Purdue Extension curriculum. And I will let Chelsea take that on as she is our facilitator for all things Purdue Extension.
Yes.
Okay.
So in Hidden in Plain Sight, we dive a little bit deeper into the things that we're going to discuss in this adolescent substance use session, and we actually get some hands-on experience. So we set up a teen simulation room where parents and grandparents, even friendly neighbors, can go through and see what sort of things teens might be hiding or sneaking, and really start to get a keen eye for signs of drug use as well as drug culture. So it's not always that we find marijuana, but maybe we find T-shirts or posters, things like that. So really trying to change the way that we see some things. There's also a discussion on parenting and family connection, followed by a discussion of actual Dubois County risk and protective factors, so that we can discuss as a county what's hurting, what's harming, what's helping our teens.
And this session is for parents.
Yes.
And don't be judgmental. You know, if you're going to this, it doesn't mean that you think you have a problem or a child with a problem, or that but it's giving you the eye to look out for that. And really, prevention is the best medicine of anything. And I'm sure people watching who have some problems with addiction in some way probably can go back to when they were teenagers, and if somebody then could have stopped them or told them about something, that would have helped. So again, this is what night, what day, what time, and what's it called, and who should attend?
Tuesday, June 22nd, 6 to 8 p.m. at the library in Hickory Room A. It is called Adolescent Substance Abuse, What Can Parents Do? And anybody who has any interaction with youth is invited.
So it really could be through a church.
Absolutely.
Maybe scout leaders, parents especially.
Any adult.
And it is at no cost to participants.
And so it's really kind of just an easy go to it, sit back and enjoy. Well, you got to get more than 20 people. Surely more than 20 people are going to
come spend 2 hours with us. It's a great Tuesday night.
Okay. So you're the moderator, you're the facilitator, is that what it is?
Pretty much. CARES will be the host organization, and then Purdue Extension is actually doing the
facilitation. The programming, yes.
Well, thank you for doing this program. I think it's very important to have programs like this early on that lead into other things, and hopefully you get so many people that you'll have to do this again to try and get people set up.
We hope so.
And I know on the Hidden in Plain Sight, one thing that was discussed, sometimes as parents, our kids wear logos on their T-shirts. We don't realize what some of those logos symbolize. And that's why things like this are so important. So you can kind of get a handle on it and help. Will you help people give ideas on how to deal with the situation?
Yeah. We talk about kind of the power of positive communication from a parental standpoint. You know, it has the ability to negate any negative peer pressure that they may experience. We also have some law enforcement partners coming into the Hidden in Plain Sight that are going to talk about what they're seeing in school. So not only the science behind how to prevent it at home, but also what's actually going on from people who see it.
And is it actually going on in Dubois County?
It is. The good news is the vast majority of our youth are not using alcohol and drugs. That's exciting. That's great. But we do have youth as young as 6th grade reporting past 30-day alcohol use. And so we want to make sure that that parents are ready for this, ready for the conversation, because we know that a positive relationship with family members, with caregivers, can be such an important part of preventing underage alcohol and drug use.
Well, ladies, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for
Remember,
having us.
you're going to need to register online, and that registration is on the screen for you to see, or just call Purdue Extension or Dubois County Cares, and they'll get you headed in the right direction. Dubois County Cares can be reached through TRICAP.
Yes.
And Purdue Extension is where Purdue Extension always is,
We're still there.
482-1782. Okay.
You got it.
All right. Thank you to our guest, Chelsea Brewer with Purdue Extension. She's the Youth Development Educator. No, you're not.
Health and Human Sciences.
You're the Health and Human Sciences. You're the Jan Dugan
I
of
am.
today.
I
okay.
am.
All right. And Tara Carlisle with Dubois County Cares. Ladies, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.